Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for July 7th, 2024. Here in the Morongo Basin, it seems like every day there is a new development being discussed for a large parcel of land, especially in the unincorporated county areas of our community like Joshua Tree, Landers, Morongo Valley, and Wonder Valley. Many proposed large-scale developments face quick opposition from neighbors, and many proposals never make it past the planning stages. On a recent Z107.7 Up Close show, host Gary Daigneault asked San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors Chair Don Rao about the land use permitting process. Daigneault proposed a hypothetical private campground. Here is that conversation.
So, Don, I just bought 20 acres of commercial property in Joshua Tree, and I want to put in a campground.
Great.
A private campground. How do I go about getting that permitted?
If it's located on the highway, that gets more technical because you're going to introduce Caltrans. But the first thing that you would do is you would ask for a pre-development meeting with our Land Use Services Department, and they would sit down and they would say, Gary, you're going to have to do entitlements. You're going to have to put some, maybe some curb and gutter in. There are state laws that impact. Like, we deliver the bad news to folks on the state's requirements, and we do the bidding and the enforcement of the state. So they'll tell you what you need to go through, and then you make the decision if you want to get what we call a conditional use permit for something like a campground.
And by the way, this is a fictional scenario.
Yeah.
I am not planning on developing
Don't send Gary hate mail.
But they do anyway.
And then you would begin the process, and it will include traffic studies, air quality studies, how many cars are going to be coming and going, what will the impact on the neighbors be. Your neighbors will get a notice that says that you're thinking of doing this. They will be told when the planning commission hearing will be so that they can come and give their opinions. And it's a very public process. We post on our website the different projects that are under review for application. And then you probably spend an awful lot of money and more time than you would imagined. I tell people it's an exponential, both in time and the money, is what it takes to get our projects through. And then you will eventually, after a planning commission hearing, end up with a permit that will have conditions attached to it.
Rao went on to describe some of the major challenges facing new developments in the high desert.
Trying to find ways that allow the movement of emergency services vehicles at our local level to not be in violation of the state law. So that's probably our greatest challenge. The Joshua Tree is another example. So the state lists species for threatened or endangered status, and then the county or other entities, the cities, figure out how we work and permit housing, industrial, commercial, multifamily.
You can listen to their full conversation by downloading the Z107.7 Up Close show as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. That's our local news. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, I'm Jef Harmatz.